Hello there, it's me RJB, and I'm back. Of course I am back. Who would have ever doubted that I would return? I most certainly never doubted my return. But as you can see, as you can hear, I have returned, and today we've got some scan against JH. And this is going to be from a set of matches where they played Terran versus Zerg against each other. Also, this match is from about a year ago. This is from February 1st in 2020. So this is like right at the start where Scan started playing fastest map. He started playing fastest map in around, I think, late November of 2019. And then didn't play for a month and came back in January. And that's around the time he has played fastest map since then. He's had some long breaks in between as well. But I don't think I have ever casted this set he played against JH. And this was, I think, one of the very first times that they played in 2020. They played some matches, some PPTs in 2019, which JH won most of them, because he was always playing the Protoss and Scan was playing the Terran. Not sure if Scan played PvT as the Protoss against JH during the time period, but I do know that they played like 10 or 15 matches in total, just to get Scan, familiar with fastest map and what to expect. And I think this is during a time period where Scan wanted to try out different build orders for Zerg. So he's here on the orange Zerg on the top middle of the map, also known as the 12 o'clock base, and he's going for a no-choke build order start. That always means that we're going to be seeing interesting matches, because this means that he has to do something explosive and absolutely crazy and micro-oriented to stand a chance against JH here. JH going for the very, very most standard Terran opening, and that is an 8 barrack, a 9 depot, then a 10 barracks and a 11 barracks. That's the most standard build order that you can go for in 1v1. It gives you a Marine very early out into the match. Gives you a lot of rushing power as well, where if you find your opponent right next to you and they happen to be making a choke in the front, you can catch them in the process of still making their cannon or their sunkens and maybe take it all down, maybe win the game right there and then. But that's a very, very small percentage of games where that actually happens. Most of the time, that exact scenario doesn't really happen all that much. So usually you're pretty safe as the Zerg, although he gets found pretty quick here. Drone there trying to scout, but the drone there forced to turn away back home. The gas hasn't started yet. This is actually looking pretty dangerous here, as the pool hasn't finished yet and more Marines are on the way. SV there joining the fray as well. Drone there barely stays alive, gonna run away with very little HP. Now 2 more drones trying to get on top of the Marine. Now the Zerglings are on the way. Almost has 100 gas for Zergling speed. Losing drones now, which is always very bad. That's always very bad for the Zerg. Losing drones. Losing mining time also very, very bad. But so many Zerglings are on the way, and those Zerglings are gonna go for a pretty hard-hitting counter-attack. JH is trying to at least get a couple more drone kills there, but now the Zerglings have arrived and Zerglings are getting around on the Marines. He loses 1 more drone to the STB there, but now everything has gone down, and now JH is forced to retreat back to his base and start building an academy for fire bats or a bunker to stand a chance against this many Zerglings, because we're looking at like 12 Zerglings, exactly 12. Got speed upgrade on the way, only got 11 drones, but that's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Comes in through the front door, surrounds the Marines. Marines have nowhere left to go. He's going to try to micro his way out of there, but it's not going to be that clean, not going to be that pretty. Loses about half of the Zerglings, but JH also loses about half of his Marines. More barracks are on the way, because that's what you got to do. You got to make a lot of barracks, so that's exactly what he's building up here. Academy now on the way, almost finished up. Zergling speed also almost finished up. Zerglings are on the bottom side of the map there. JH probably assumes Scan returned to his base. No. He's going for a sneak attack, gonna try to pick off some Zerglings as he comes in from the back door. There's no Sunkens in the base here, but he does have Zerglings, and more Zerglings are spawning as well. Zergling speed almost finished as well. Got burrow upgrade also on the way. Gonna have to jump back and forth between two locations. The Zerglings are, with the speed upgrade, the Zerglings are absolutely destroying the Marines, as there's no stim upgrade there yet. The stim upgrade is now on the way, but it's a little bit late. And JH losing his entire army there inside of Scan's base is a really bad bad setup for the future, because now he's got a couple of Marines in the back. He's got 5 barracks though, but Firebats also spawning. Right, so he's got a lot of Firebats queued up, medics as well. Marines and medics there in the back. Stim upgrade there is almost halfway done, but the amount of Zerglings is growing, and he's burrowing them up in the front. He's gonna try to surprise all those units that Voss has as they're moving out into the middle. But the question is JH gonna fall for it, or... Well, yeah, it looks like he is. Nope, he's pulling back. Kills the SCV, delays the factory, great move there. Burrows up a Zergling, just so we can do it again. Still dancing around back and forth all around the base. We've got a lair there on the way inside of Scan space, and a Highless den as well for a Lurker tech switch. Starts attacking the Academy, which is going to draw some units all the way to the bottom side. He's going to burrow them up. Is he going to burrow them up? He burrows them up. Academy getting repaired. Now goes for the top side. Denies the factory again. But SV gets put on it very, very quick. Zerglings once again going for the SCV there. Keeps delaying it, but he can't kill it. Kills SCV on the bottom side. Burrowed Zerglings in the front. Burrowed Zerglings on the top. Burrowed Zerglings on the bottom. But nope, they got killed. Now he's got Zerglings here in the base. Is he going to be able to defend this? Is he going to be able to do it? He burrows them up. Ooh, JH gets caught off guard once again. Runs straight into the trap. He will have enough Firebats there, though. That one Firebat is really... Oh, no, he got more Zerglings getting a surrounding on the Marines and the Firebats. And the Firebats are going down. The Marines are also going down. And now the Zerglings are on the roll. Zerglings have control of the game. Gonna just chase down those medics. He's got Lurker aspect on the way as well. No more Highless yet, though. But he got 2 Highless queued up on the eggs. Oh, once again, burrowed Zerglings. Marines lying in wait, ready to strike. But no, it's going to be a counter-strike. Counter-strike happens soon. He's gonna soon strike. The counter-strike is happening. He cuts up the escape path, and once again the Marines get cut out by the Zerglings, and the Zerglings are getting on top of the Marines. The Marines have nowhere left to go. He's killing all of them. One of them makes it out alive. The one lone survivor. But it looks like Scan is buying himself so much time to get those Lurkers set up with the burrow upgrade, constantly forcing JH to get, caught off guard by just walking over burrowed units. The Unburrow kills them every single time. He's going to try to do it another time. He's already done it like 5 or 6 times. He's going to try to do it again. More Zerglings coming from the front. Zerglings now coming from the side as well. Burrow is so strong if used correctly. But one Firebat in the front getting healed by medics is throwing a wrench into his plans. The Lurkers here in the front are almost finished. Gonna have to buy some time for the Lurkers, or is JH going to turn around and lick his wounds back in his base? Who's gonna kill the Overlord? Doesn't get the Overlord. Overlord stays alive, barely, so that means that Scan is not in trouble with his supply. Lurker's trying to move out, Lurker's burrowing up, one Lurker goes down, but now the Marines are facing a Lurker, burrowed up there in the front. Zerglings are chasing them away from home, though. It's gonna go in the chase. Ooh, another Lurker goes down. Great move there from JH, managed to keep most of his Marines alive. Zerglings trying to get some kills, but not able to do so. Here back in the base, we've got a science facility on the way, starport finished, factory finished, siege mode on the way, siege tank also on the way, an engineering bay for turrets here in the front, bunkers to protect him against the Lurkers and the Zerglings. Looks like JH is in a pretty good spot here, but it also looks like JH won't be able to attack for a while, as he's got no Scan and has to wait for the science facility or the science vessel to finish, and Zerglings are still dancing to and fro on the middle, looking for a way in. If he has Firebats in the bunkers, he shouldn't be able to get in, but he might be able to flank these Marines on the middle. The Lurkers there, though, doing a lot of work, although one of them, once again, takes damage but doesn't go down. Burrowed Zerglings gonna try to catch the Marines. He's gonna try. He catches them. Now he's cutting off the escape path with the Zerglings. Lurkers are blocking another path. 2 of them are still alive. This is like a horror game for those Marines. It's a horror game. You never know when those Zerglings are going to jump scare you and kill you. This is basically jump scare Starcraft, the game. He's going to try to break through the front. Vessel is there, though. Ooh, we saw it just in time. Vessel moving forward. Tank, they're taking a little bit too much damage. crawls them away. Got 19 drones now, Hive on the way as well. Queens has finished. It's amazing how much time you can buy with a couple of lurkers, Zerglings with speed, and burrow. Now, I don't think he knows these lurkers are there. Or is he going to try to go for the attack? He sees the Marines are out of position, trying to distract them. Lurkers come in. Lurkers kill almost all of the Marines there in one single fell swoop. And now he's pulling back. He killed what he had to kill. He's pulling back, burrows up once again. He's just going to be buying himself a lot of time there with the lurkers in the choke. But JH is growing bigger and bigger, stronger and stronger as we speak. 45 SCVs now against 18 drones. Hive almost finished. More lurkers on the way there back in the base. Ooh, Marines are overextending. Not what he had to do. Beautiful move there. Oh no, now he should cut off those tanks. Tanks are on the chase. Lurkers are retreating. Waiting for more lurkers back at home to finish up. The vessel there is the key component in all of this. Without this vessel, JH would still be locked in his base. He's building a lot of factories, a lot of engineering base as well. Got Radiate on the way. JH is doing a great job here, but Scan is buying so much time, it's almost criminal. Now lurkers coming in from the back, they're getting us around on all the tanks and all the Marines there. This is a lot of lurkers, and I don't think that even with the vessel and the detection, he will be able to fight against this. He's trying his hardest to fight against it though, but all the Marines go down, and now Scan knows that he bought himself enough time, tries to go in once again, try to get in between all those Marines and tanks, gets in between, starts firing on them. Kills all the tanks, kills all the Marines. Now only a couple of tanks left alive and 2 vessels as well. Radiate is finishing within seconds, pulling back into his own base. More Zerglings spawning there as well. Gonna try to go in on those units once again. JH adding more units to his tanks and Marine count there in the front. But there's so many Zerglings once again and so many lurkers going out once again. Gets in between, burrows up. It's gonna get a lot of kills here. JH getting... This is a real great back and forth with great mechanical skill displayed from Scan here. This is actual just pure micro control and great decision making from Scan. Constantly finding himself a way to keep killing units and buying himself time for the tech progression so he can get himself the Defiler Swarm. There's the Defiler Mount there on the way. The fighter in the middle though goes south. It goes towards JH. And now we've got 21 drones here for Scan and 2 Radiates. They're on the way to start killing some drones. Oh, he's going for the Eraser move. Burrows up because of course he has the burrow. As we all know, he's got the burrow. But it does kill his income for quite a while as he's only got like 60 minerals after that burrow force. So yeah, it looks like JH is too scared to attack. He wants to just annoy with Radiate for now. He can go in for the kill here, but he's too scared to commit. And being too scared to commit might actually backfire here as Scan might just find himself with just enough time to get a Defiler with Swarm up. JH is too unsure whether he can progress or not. He starts progressing though. He starts moving forward, slowly but surely. He doesn't want to overcommit. The Defiler isn't finished yet. Placing mines. The mines get taken down there though. Lurker is slowly going to cut off the west side. He cuts off the east side. Marines cannot go in. Calls GG in the end there. So it looks like Scan managed to... It was pretty fun to watch, but he never managed to actually get enough leverage over JH to get himself into a lead over him. JH was always just safe enough to keep adding onto his base and to keep adding SCVs onto his minerals as well. And after a while, he just becomes too big. And Scan's build order was too high maintenance. It required too much spending on units to ever scale into a higher income with more drones. And he couldn't get his Dark Swarm up in time. Well, that's one of the pitfalls of this build order. You either have to go all in, and it has to work really well, or you kind of fall behind in income. As you can see right there, he just fell behind in income so much. It's almost exactly half of the total mineral score, and he has even less than half of the minerals mined. Does have a nice amount of gas mined though, but still 2,000 behind on JH. That's the first game, and that goes in favor of JH. So let's hope that the second game... Do note this is only 2 games. This is like the last 2 games from a series of games. The series itself is really long, and I didn't want to cast the entire series of matches. So that would take too much time, and I don't have that time on my hand right now. So I'm only casting the final 2 games, and I don't know what the score is of the games before this. This is kind of just like a best of 2, which is kind of nonsensical, but still, nonetheless, it should be fun to watch. I'm gonna eat a potato chip. Potato chips are nice. They're very high calorie though, but they're pretty nice to eat. Pretty nice to eat. So we got Scan here on the orange Zerg on the bottom right, and we've got JH on the top left of the map. I'm gonna speed it the first minute, or the first 2 minutes, maybe even the first 3 minutes. They're never very eventful. Scan this time around, not going for a no choke build order. He sets up the hatchery in the front, goes for the choke, goes for safety. You've seen him do this in the past a lot against the Li Baku. In somewhat like a set I casted 3 weeks ago, I think. Maybe 4 weeks ago already. But I casted a set between Li Baku and Scan recently. It was honestly one of the best sets I've casted. It was also a pure Terran against Zerg series, with Scan playing Zerg every single game, and Li Baku playing Terran every single game. It was great back and forths, great adaptations, both players beating each other multiple times. A lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to cast as well. And honestly, I kind of hope that this set is somewhat the same. Because I really hope that Scan can deal some significant damage here to JH, but you're never quite sure. One thing I do know for sure though is that there's a lot of distance, and a lot of distance always is a good thing for the Zerg. Because the Zerg gets himself more time to defend, and prepare, and set up for big attacks or great strategy movements, or to set himself up to defend really well against whatever the Terran is trying to do. We scouting what he can go in to kill the Sunken or not, but there's 2 Sunkens already on the way. One finishes up right now. Got a barrack there being built on the side to fly over the hill and go for a stim fire bat attack on the drones. But will he be quick enough? I don't know. We got the lair finished for Scan. Is he getting a spire? It's a spire. Spire indeed. Barrack there on the side almost finished. They're back in the base. No command centers added on. Going for a very fast stim upgrade. Got a factory being built there on the middle. This is basically for the same purpose I mentioned before. The distance across the map is too great, so it's better to build a factory up the middle, very close to your opponent, so you can siege it up within a matter of seconds, right in range of the Sunkens, and start killing the Sunkens. Also building an engineering bay, because an engineering bay, if hovering over the Sunkens, gives the tank extended vision. Because for some reason a tank can shoot further than its own sight range. So you add on this engineering bay here in the air, and the tank can shoot from pretty far away. Fire bat there on the way. Fire bat there finishes up. Fire bat there is going to run out. No stim yet though. So the fire bat, the stim finishes just in time. Zerg is going to try to catch the fire bat. The fire bat is running in though. The fire bat's dodging. Fire bat's getting on top of the drones. Drones are running away. Drones are trying to stay alive. Drones are attacking the fire bat. The fire bat gets 3 kills there though. Keeps most of the drones alive, but 3 kills is at least something. That's like a 75 resource investment for 150 minerals in kills. That's pretty well done. This is a Queen's Nest. Looks like he's going for fast Mulisks into Guardians. That's what I think he's going to do. Though he's on a very, very small economy with only 1 extra macro hatchery in the back and 1 hatchery in the front. So only 3 hatcheries in total. Not a lot of drones he can make. Not a lot of Mulisks he can make, but it might just be enough. Very annoying barracks there. This is actually going to buy JH time to get the turrets up here and to set himself up to defend the tanks against Mutalisk Micro with the hills. Because a lot of players, when they get Zerg and they get Mutalisks, they put their Mutalisks up on the hill and try to weave in and out using the hill vision that I can highlight like this. The hill vision that he doesn't have. Now he does though, because the engineering bay there is providing vision up on the hills. He deliberately pulled it back so he doesn't lose it, but also so he keeps vision up on the hills against Mutalisks that are trying to micro and snipe units on the sides. It's all premeditated. He's got a starport on the way there in the back, and some turrets as well to defend against Mutalisks that are going to ignore the units on the middle and instead fly around and attack the SCVs. There's a realistic chance he was going to go for that option. Also has weapon attack on the way for Valkyries, because I think he's going to go for Valkyries to fight against the Mutalisks. Valkyries are the amazing option against early Mutalisks. Though he has to add on a control tower first before he can make those Valkyries, but he's adding on 2 more starports for Valkyries. So that's all going to be really strong against this combination that Scan has going here. Scan migrating back and forth, going to try to kill the engine bay, but now the Marines are coming in, but the Marines are coming in a little bit too early, although they are finishing up the cannons. The Mutalisks are also... This is going to be very close. Oh no, it is not going to be very close, because now the Mutalisks are taking fire away from the Suckers, and the Suckers are going to kill most of the Marines, but the Marines are getting sneaking in. But there's still a Mutalisk there in the back, and one sunken as well. But he can shoot on the Spire and the... Oh, he's going to do it? Looks like he's actually pulling it off. Most of the Marines are dead. Sunkens are up in the front. Very close though. Very big investment loss for both players. And not a lot of ground gain for either player really. JH might have been a little bit too greedy here. If JH had played this a little bit slower and just went for the tank push into a Marine push a little bit later, he might have been able to do this. But now this game is completely flipped around, as there's only 5 Marines there, 1 turret, 3 tanks. He's gonna lose this in the front here, because look at the amount of Mutalisks that Scan has here. He's also showing some cute micro there. Killing the turrets, gonna kill the Marines as well. Got Valkyries finishing up there in the back, but it's too late. He's gonna lose all of this here on the middle. Gonna lose the tanks, gonna lose the factory, gonna lose the Marines as well. And Marines are on the way to the middle to try and save this. But more Mutalisks are spawning. Let's have all a very close exchange that happened here in the front. That completely, in the end, did go in favor of Scan. JH was too greedy. He thought he had it, but he didn't. He thought he had it. So he kills everything on the middle. Valkyries are on the way, but there's only 2 Valkyries in isolation. And I do think Scan knows how to handle these Valkyries. He's gonna split up he's gonna split up the Mutalisks, render the AoE from the Valkyries almost useless. Kills most of them. He did lose, I think, he did lose 3 of his Mutalisks there, but that's something he can afford to lose. There's only a single Marine there alive in the front. Back at home, he's scrambling to build more structures, but he's only on a single command center, so his economy is not that massive. Scan has added on 2 more hatcheries. His economy is booming. It's booming. He's got Hydralisk speed on the way. He's got Greater Spire on the way. He's looking to switch over into Guardian Hydralisks. Something we haven't really seen in quite a while since the original Starcraft was played for fastest map. Something we haven't seen in quite a while. The Mutalisks, ooh, the Valkyries are microing, trying to fly away, but the micro with Valkyries is pretty difficult to pull off, so JH gets pushed back to his own base, or at least to the middle. And Scan buys himself more time, building Scourges now as well to snipe the Valkyries out of the air. Repairing the factory, smart move. Repairing the add-on as well. More Valkyries arriving on the scene. He's got 5 now. He's got even more of them on the way. He's got almost no tanks though. Almost no tanks. He's got 1 tank, a couple of vultures, and still only on a single command center. Ooh. Loses 1 of the Valkyries. Loses 2 of them. Oh, never mind. All of them are still alive. The Hydralisks are going to try to snipe them down, or at least scare them away, but he's going to lose some Overlords before he can kill or force those Valkyries away. Now, Scan isn't supply blocked yet, but losing some of them definitely hurts. He's going to have to rebuild them. Also, he's not making the Vars because he cannot afford them yet. Now he's morphing 2 of them here on the top side. The Vars are really strong against Valkyries. They really reduce the Valkyrie damage by quite a significant amount. He's looking for more Overlords to kill, but as a result, his Valkyries are on the wrong location of the map. He's going to lose these tanks before the Valkyries come into play. Guardian's taking some damage here though, but the Valkyrie's now getting debuffed by the Devourers, going to run away to safety, knowing he cannot win the fight. So Scan once again manages to scare JH away and buy himself some time. morphing an additional 3 Devourers to protect the Guardians. It goes Scorches as well. Building depots here in the front just to add, you know, obstacles for Scan to have to fight through. But Scan is not going to give him much of an option to use it, really. The Guardian's coming in. The Guardian's going to have to kill this first, but it's gone down. Now the Marines come in. Valkyrie's coming in as well. Valkyrie's going to hit on the Guardians. Guardians are not that strong if facing too many units. Most of the Marines go down there though, but the Guardians in the end all perish to the Marine-Valkyrie combination. Scan is still trying to grow bigger, now on 39 drones. JH still only on a single command center. We've got a science facility there as well. We've got more Valkyries on the way. Got factories still producing units. He's setting himself up for somewhat of a second proxy base here on the middle. Adding on more factories. He's trying to build an engineering bay there as well, but the SV went down. Ooh, he kills Overlords once again. The Varus coming in to play, trying to debuff the Valkyries, but they do kill some stuff there in the end. Hydra's on the chase, gonna scout the backside there, kills another Overlord. Nope, he lets it live. He lets it live. But at least he keeps most of the Valkyries alive. The Scan is in a pretty difficult position here. He doesn't have a Defiler mount, neither does he have Lurkers. And I really do think Lurkers in this situation would be really strong. Oh, there's Mines in the front, which would of course kill the Lurkers, which is kind of not that great. Mines, well, Vulture's sneaking in, Mines on the top side there. Vulture's killing some drones, but not really killing all that many, as the Hydras clear them out just in time. I'm going to clear out the Mines here as well. We've got another Defiler mount on the way finally. And Lurker aspect, I don't think it finished, but he can get it anytime he needs to. Circling speed, carapace for air, carapace for ground. Tanks are advancing slowly. He cannot go too quick, too hard. Valkyries once again flying into a Devourer, but Devourer goes down to the Valkyries pretty quick, and not all the Valkyries are debuffed. But now he goes in with the Guardians. Hydras are joining the Guardians, trying to scare and kill the Valkyries, but the Valkyries are so strong and can fire from so far away. And a beautiful micro move there as well, with a patrol micro attack, which allows the Valkyries to fly backwards and shoot at the same time. Kills more Guardians. Got Consume on the way. We've got, well, still no Lurkers being morphed. So I don't think he's got Lurkers. But Consume being on the way is useful. Consume is pretty darn strong. But JH is starting to look fearsome. He's got 3 armories for upgrades. He's got still 6 factories there in the back. Got 2 factories on the middle for a total of 8. 3 starports. So 1 command center being added on. Filling out his gas as well. His economy is growing bigger and bigger. 64 SCVs in total. Scan, once again losing Overlords to the Valkyries. Valkyries are so damn annoying. So they keep killing stuff left and right. Oh, he might be overcommitting here as the Guardians are pushing forward. The Varus are on the chase. One of the Valkyries goes down. The tank goes down as well. Mule is getting on top of the Valkyries. Now the Mulists are getting targeted down by the Marines, but the Marines there scaring them away just in time. Scaring them just away just in time. This is looking... The intensity of this game is growing bigger and bigger as the stakes and the drawbacks and the consequences of their actions increase in size with every single choice and every single exchange that is made. We finally have vessels on the way for JH. As I mentioned before, all the upgrades he needs are on the way as well. He's got level 1 tank attack upgrade, level 1 air attack upgrade, and the Marines are on level 0-0, even though he's got a lot of engine bays floating around the map. He never thought about getting Marine upgrades. Also lifting up his barracks so he no longer needs those upgrades at all. Switching over into a pure mech and air army. Mech and air. Mech and air. It's like something you eat in the air on a plane. Like a McDonald's on a plane. So yeah, the push once again, the push outwards, once again starting, but the Valkyries once again planning on throwing a wrench into those plans, but the Devourers are the perfect measure against Valkyries. He's trying to keep the Valkyries alive, but the Valkyries have been debuffed so significantly that they don't even tickle anymore. They just trying to tickle, but it's against a person who's not weak to tickling. So Scan pushing out with the Guardians, getting control over the frontal portion of the map here, on the middle. Depot's gonna go down, Fragment's gonna go down, there's more Valkyries arriving on the scene, the Devouras are still alive, Muta's also still alive, the Valkyries are gonna kill some Guardians because the Devouras are out of position, the Muta's coming in as well, Zerkers are clearing out the mines with their lives. But now finally getting on top of those factories. 2 vessels there though, flying to the side, gonna try to kill some drones, but Scan knows that this is what he's up to, so he's gonna try to kill them before, well, as fast as he can, but it's still alive there on the top side, and he doesn't have anything in between to save his drones. But at least he cleared out the middle, he cleared out the entire blockade he had on the map. Now clearing out the sides as well. JH is replacing some of the lost structures in the front with some starports and turrets as well. Also now 79 SCVs as he's added on 4 more command centers. So he's in a really great spot economically speaking. But so is Scan. Now 51 drones. Oh no, Vessel coming in to kill. Vessel radiates. Does he have the burrow? He didn't notice. He didn't notice. Oh no, he didn't notice. Oh no, he loses 20. Oh no, he's gonna lose even more drones. 28 drone kills there on the Vessel. 32. That's every single drone dead and gone. That's a disaster. That is a disaster. And now the Guardians going down to Devouras as well as the Valkyries, as the Devouras are nowhere to be seen. It looks like they died as well. So it looks like everything that Scan has is suddenly out of nowhere just dying. The game was looking so great. The game was looking so great for him, but everything just went wrong. Just right there and then. Everything just went completely wrong. All the Guardians are gone. The drones are gone. Did get rebuilt though, but it's all gone. All of it is gone. More Valkyries coming in to abuse and harass and bully Scan into submission. As another massive tanks, Goliaths and Vultures is scribbling across the map to set himself up for the eventual attack and finishing blow. There's no lurkers. There's no units. There's some defilers. 2 Zerglings. But there's mostly just a large lack of army here. And that's gotta hurt. To see all your hopes and dreams burn down within a matter of seconds, just like this, it's gotta feel very frustrating. All hope is gone. Or is there still some hope left? Once again, Overlord's going down, and the Valkyries have free play here in the base, as there's nothing to oppose them. No Scorches, no anti-air, no Hydralisks, nothing at all. He's killing all the Overlords. This is pure abuse and bullying. Some mules are spawning, but... oh, even more this is just pure bullying. This is torture. Pure torture. More vessels coming in as well. Nothing to oppose them. Does he have burrow upgrade now? More radius coming down on the drones. No burrow once again. He's trying to split them up. He prevents a lot of drone deaths there, but he's still so close to completely dying. Now only on 30. Alright, a lot of Overlords just spawned, but he's gonna lose them as well. That's the game. The ending of the game was just absolutely brutal torture. That's not legal. That's a war crime right there. That is a war crime. The ending of this game is a pure, absolute war crime. Never before have I seen something as brutal and cruel as this. So yeah, but it's Scan's own fault. It's his own fault. You cannot afford to lose your drones like that to a single vessel that you know exists. He knew that vessel existed because he saw it survive and fly to the side, right here. Right in this area, he saw it fly to the side above this gas, he saw it. And then he forgot about it. And forgetting that one single vessel completely destroyed his chances at winning the game. And his chances were looking pretty great. His chances were honestly looking pretty bright. He had a bright future ahead of him. And it all came crashing down within the matter of seconds. Well, that's a win for JH here, as he wins 2 games in a row against Scan. Terran against Zerg. Sadly, the Zerg couldn't win. And I know that some people in the comments are gonna leave some angry comments about Zerg being super weak and Terran being way too strong in Terran against Zerg, which I will admit, it's very difficult to play this matchup as the Zerg. The Terran is pretty darn strong. I will admit, that is true. Zerg is just overall pretty darn weak. Weak. But that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this, even though the ending of Game 2 was just absolute torture to watch. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you learned something, and I hope you were entertained, and I hope you had a great Christmas, because I think most of you celebrate Christmas. I personally don't, never did, never have. Maybe I will someday, but given that my country is in complete, total lockdown, it was kind of impossible to even do something with Christmas. Because you're not allowed to go anywhere. You're not allowed to visit anyone. There's nothing you can do with a complete and total lockdown. So the pandemic is still haunting my life. Although not as badly as I make it sound right now. It's honestly not that bad, but no. It's still kind of annoying. So yeah, I hope you are having a better time than I am. And I hope you will return for the next video. So yeah, goodbye, and have a great day, have a great weekend, and have a great week.